Hey guys, Jafar here for another video, and this video is going to be on another Rust tutorials video, and this video is going to be on honeycombing. If you want to make a base that is well protected and saves space, honeycombing is the thing to do. Honeycombing makes it so raiders have to use a lot more C4 to get into your loot, while making a smaller area than just using normal squares and walls. Honeycombing is done by triangles and placing walls on every side of the triangle. If this is done correctly, you will create a honeycomb shaped base. This makes it so normally when there will just be two walls to separate outside and your loot room, and it would only take 4 C4 to get in, honeycombing can add an extra wall in between. And the more you honeycomb, the more walls it will add, and it will keep adding up and adding up with extra C4. There is a lot of base designs that you can use to utilize these honeycomb techniques. One of my favorite base designs is the circle base with triangles all in the center, and as you go out you add a square and then more triangles and squares, and you can utilize these honeycomb designs as you keep going out. And the good thing about the circle design is once you've got your base up, you can keep on adding extra layers and layers if you have the room in your terrain to keep doing that. And once you keep adding layers, you can make your base thicker and thicker, making it harder and harder to get into the center. The only problem with honeycombing is once you have honeycombed that layer, you can never enter it again. So you want to make sure everything is alright in that area, you have everything upgraded, because if you have a foundation that's not upgraded and you've honeycombed the whole layer, added a roof and gone off, you will never be able to upgrade that foundation unless you use C4 on your own base to blow up that wall, get in, upgrade that foundation and rebuild it, and that is such a waste. To even utilize the circle base more, you can add in the very center with all those triangles separate rooms where you put your crates in each triangle, so if the raiders do break in, they will have to break every single one of those triangles to get all of your loot. If you split it up correctly, then they will hardly ever get any of your loot unless they have a lot of C4. Also, before doing honeycomb, make sure you have upgraded your base, all of it to what you want, stone, sheet metal, whatever you want to do, make sure it is correct. Also, to help with making your bases in Rust, there is a website called Rust Building Planner. I'll have a link in the description, and it is great for building bases. You have a bird's eye view on what your base will look like, and it will tell you the costs it will take to make the base, and you can choose to add anything inside like a tool cupboard or anything that you want to have in there, and see what it will look like before you actually start building. There is a lot of base designs you can use in Rust, like this one, which a lot of people do use in Rust to build their bases because it is so good and so cost efficient on your resources as well. You can have a 2x2 in the center, and all around there's the triangles honeycombed and a one-way exit, or you could add extra doors around the base on the ends to trick people to don't know which way to go, so they'll blow in one way and they'll find themselves stuck in between walls. And even if that wasn't protected enough, you can split up the 2x2 in the center with doorways and put a crate in each one of them, so you split up your loot even more. If they do blow in, they don't have all of your loot. Now back to the part where I was talking about honeycombing as even smaller than ordinary square placing blocks. When you're honeycombing with the triangles, the triangles are actually smaller than the squares, so by honeycombing with a 2-layer triangle foundation, it is much smaller than a 2-layer foundation. If you're tight for space in your area and you want extra protection, you can use honeycombing to save space and also make your base more protected. But just remember, with honeycombing, it does add a lot of extra walls, and it does require a lot more resources to do this than ordinary wall placing. So if you do want a honeycomb, make sure you have the resources and make sure you have upgraded the base to what you want, because if you decide to change, there will be no going back. Anyway guys, I hope this video has helped you in making a honeycomb base, and maybe instead of making these bases I've shown you in the video, which a lot of people make, maybe think of your own idea on how to build a base and then utilize that in Rust, because you might create the new most effective base in Rust, who knows. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I hope your base now stays safe now you know how to honeycomb.